Okay, so final score then here at the Quattro-Tech Westwood Road. It's finished St Ives Town 2, Hednesford Town 0. Ricky, fantastic victory, a welcome victory. You must be delighted.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm happy with the 3 points. I'm happy for the players. I'm really happy with the way that we had to deal with difficult circumstances in the second half. Forced to change formation and play a different formation. You know, we haven't played it before, we haven't worked on it, but the players adapted really well. And I think after the first 10 minutes of the second half, where we were under some immense pressure, I thought we weathered that. And then after the change of formation, I thought we got some control back in the game and went on to win. So I'm really happy, because I think the first half performance, we were so dominant. My only criticism is the game should have been over and done with before we come out for the second half. We should have been 3-4 up. And sometimes when you don't take those chances and you're so dominant and you're only leading by 1, the second half performance, it still gives the opposition something to play for. But on the flip side of that, I think we have to give the opposition some credit. I know that their league table shows that they're a poor side, but they're far from that. I thought the manager made a change of shape at half time, went to a diamond and a 2, and I thought that they come out the second half and played in that formation really, really well. And we're unlucky probably in the first 10-15 minutes not to capitalise on some of the good opportunities they created, but you know, when we weathered the storm, and then fortunately for us the second goal was massive.
So there was a feeling of relief on the ground with the second goal, when I think people were sort of thinking, well, maybe it could be a repeat almost of an Eden Market game last week, the way Hednesford was playing the second half, so you must have felt that relief as well.
Yeah, I think that the fans pay their money, they're entitled to their opinion. We don't listen to the spectators. You know, sometimes our decisions dictate who we can and who we can't bring on, and what we have to do to try and win. And I think that the change of shape today, we were forced into not necessarily being able to make the changes that we probably would have done in recent weeks to get fresh legs on, because after bringing Nabil on, we were playing with wing backs. And then you look at your bench and you've got Greg and Enoch, who are out and out wide players, and we're not playing with wide players, and we didn't feel that the best way of getting the result was to play the wide players. I understand their frustration, but I think today, you know, I've come under some criticism in the past for making some poor decisions, but I thought as a management team today, we got the decisions right. I think we got the substitutions at the right time right, and you know, I think that the team done what they had to do today to make sure that we got the 3 points.
Talking about the team and the formation and everything, obviously everything was boosted with the return of Miles Cowling, who's come back in from Cambridge United, and also you've signed Patrick Casey as well, a dual reg from Harvard. Do you want to just go through those two?
Yeah, look, Paddy was at Diamonds last year, got Player of the Year at Step 3 for a team that just missed out on the playoffs. He's a good player at our level. For whatever reason, he's moved on from Diamonds and has gone to Harbour. For whatever reason, he's not playing there. So, you know, I'm good friends with Mitch, and we've obviously injuries to Julian, to Kane, to Johnny Hurd. We were desperate for fullbacks. Paddy was available, so we've taken Paddy in. He showed what a good player he is. You know, I thought he was composed. I thought he defended really well. I thought his quality in possession, his decision making was excellent, and you know, let's see how he does going forward, because I think as a debut go, he was really good. And there's no coincidence that Milo comes back, and first game back, and we win. Our early season form with him in the team was excellent. Our form dipped when he moved on, and then he's come back, and we've got 3 points. I don't need to stand here and tell you how good Miles Cowling is. Anyone that comes to watch knows how good Miles Cowling is. I think at our level, there's not anyone better in our league than what he is. So we're grateful to have him. I thought he was excellent first half. He ran out of steam a little bit because he hadn't played many minutes. So I think he's only going to get better as he did the first time round. And you know, we're grateful to have him.
Kieran Higgs on the score sheet today, obviously here on loan. Are you looking to maybe extend that or bring him in a bit longer, or sign him permanently?
Yeah, of course. Kieran's situation with the loan is a strange one, but yeah, we'll get through the next 7 days. I think he's available for next week before his loan's up, and then we'll sit down with Kieran and see what he wants to do. But brilliant addition, goal threat, scored, creates, works harder than most players on the pitch. Today went to wing back. 1 minute he's defending his 18-yard box, the next minute he's creating an opportunity in their 18-yard box. Just a really, really good player. Versatile, can play, like I said last week, he can play wide, he can play wing back, he can play as a 10, he can play as a midfield player, he can play as a striker. I think he's been a real breath of fresh air and a good boost for the team when we needed it. And again, I hope he continues in the form that he's showing.
Decent return of form. I think it's 7 from 12 in the league, and going into the match with Kings Langley next week, you're looking to push on and sustain that. Really.
We've got a target that we've set the players. We've got a points total per games that we want to try and achieve. If we achieve that, it will be a good season for us. And at the moment, we're on target. You know, a lot of people look at form, look at results, look at you should be beating them, you should be beating them, or we just need to worry about just taking the points that we want per block of games, and if we do that, we'll have a good season. So Kings Langley next week, we know will be tough. We'll be looking to go and get the 3 points, but there's going to be a few ups and downs, a few good performances, a few under par performances between now and the end of the season. We just need to not get too high off the wins, not too high off the defeats. We need to just concentrate on what we're doing, not who we're playing. And if we do that, let's see where we end up.
And just one final word about the playing personnel. You mentioned obviously you had to rejig some of the squad, etc. today due to injuries. What's the update on the likes of Saka and...
Julian trained Thursday,
yeah.
And then had a reoccurrence of the injury on Friday, so wasn't able to be involved today. We're just going to have to see how that goes over the coming weeks. He might just have to lighten his workload, but he's still going to be probably a couple of weeks away after thinking he was going to be okay and then not. Kane Lewis hopefully should be back in training next week. Johnny Hurd hopefully should be in training next week. Ethan Johnson is now out on dual registration with Harborough. I don't know how he got on today, but he played 45 minutes last week and scored, so he's now getting some minutes. Ed Hotter will be available again next week after serving suspension, and Ravi's had a scan. We'll get the results of the scan probably early part of next week, and then we'll see what the injury is, and then obviously put together a rehab program.
Fantastic. Well done, Ricky. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Cheers.